Welcome to another episode of Side Character Quest, another adventure with our good friend Fiona.
That's me.
Fiona, say hi.
Hi, Fiona, say hi. That's what you were meant to do. Dad joke. Hooray.
Yay, dad
Yay.
joke, great. And my name is Ty. I am your host and your GM, your game master for this episode. And Fiona and I were just talking about how I used to have more of an intro to this show, more of a fun time, like not just all down to business. I used to do proper skits and bits and stuff.
No, you're a professional podcaster now, Ty.
Yeah.
You know fun. Only podcast, only content.
Only
Times are ticking. Hashtag content. Yes.
Exactly. But in the spirit of not being just a straight up content person. I'm about to say something that I feel that is just genuine content, I guess. Oh no, I'm about to feed directly into your own area of expertise.
Is it improv?
No, I was gonna ask you if you've read any good books lately. But you do a whole show about books.
Well, no. I can tell you some films I've been watching because I've been doing.
Oh yes, tell me if you've watched any films lately.
So you and I have spoken about it. I don't know if I've talked about it on here. I am a big horror fan. I'm doing quote unquote research for yet another upcoming horror project, as one always does. And I am going to recommend some films. I want to recommend first off is a film called It's What's Inside is what it's called.
It's What's Inside?
Yeah. It's What's Inside.
Gotcha.
And always with these things, don't look at anything up about them. Don't watch any trailers or anything like that.
Yeah.
It came out, I think, last year. I think either 2024 or 2023 to date this episode of recording. And it's about a reunion. People come back for, it's old school chums and college chums come back a day before somebody's wedding. And someone turns up. The guy who always brings board games, he turns up and stuff ensues. And it was one of the... Again, because I didn't know anything about it, I went in and I was like, oh, it's not necessarily horror, but there's definitely thriller elements. It's really well filmed. There's some beautiful music. I really enjoyed it, so I've been recommending that to people. The flip side of that, which I feel like it's a very obvious premise if I say the name of the film. It's called Cuckoo, 2024.
Oh.
And it's a young American girl. After her mother passes away, she goes and lives with her dad, and they move to Germany, to a very small town. Of course, when you go to small towns, weird stuff happens. I want to recommend that because, again, whilst it was a little bit predictable, the plot, there were some bits in it where I was writing down in my notebook, I will use this for inspiration.
Yeah.
And again, both of those films, It's What's Inside and Cuckoo, about an hour and 30 minutes. So nice and short films. One of these 2-hour bullshits where you sit there and go, I don't understand what happened at the end. But yeah, those are my two horror films I would recommend.
I think with that, let's wrap up with our
film talk.
Movie talk with Ty and Fiona. And how about we go ahead and jump right into the show?
Yeah, let's go see some art.
In a Forged in the Dark game like this is, when the mission begins, we are going to start essentially in media res.
Yep.
We're not going to have Fiona and Syrah walking to the building to do stuff. We're going to start in the plan of action.
Yeah.
And there will be a roll to determine how good of a starting position Fiona finds herself in.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, Fiona, to just quickly recap the audience, the listeners. What is your basic plan? Very straightforward. You don't have the details because you don't have the details.
I don't have the details.
But what's the basic idea of what you're doing?
So my plan is that I'm wishing to go to this particular party, the soiree that's been held at basically the person of interest that I'm trying to get at. And I have failed to get an invite so far, but I'm just going to turn up. And most importantly, my big sort of party trick, my distraction is my sister. Because I feel like inviting her as myself, whilst also posing as something that puts me at great risk, maybe scandal, and to get a bit of like intrigue around me, so that again, it's almost like bringing this person out of maybe they're a bit more. From what I understand, they don't see clients, all that sort of thing. So I feel they've got a bit of protection, and I want to get them alone. My main aim is to get them alone in a one-on-one meeting, and then we'll see what happens. Maybe. I mean, I have to eliminate them in some respect. I don't know if it's going to be violence or if it's blackmail or anything like that, but my aim is to get them one-on-one and tell them to go away, there's a better opportunity for them elsewhere. That's my main plan.
Perfect. Okay. In an ideal scenario, you'd be arriving to a party that is got tons of people, lots of cover for you. Your sister would be there helping you and providing sort of cover, for an additional cover for you. And you would be able to get this guy on his own, alone,
yes,
separate from everybody else, so that you can enact whatever your plan is.
Correct.
So what we're going to do now is do an engagement roll. This is basically just going to determine how good things are at the start of this session.
Yeah.
It's basically just seeing how lucky you are. So
yeah,
we're going to start with 1 dice. Sheer luck. You're starting out in a hopefully a good position.
Yep.
Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
I would say normally no. But I am pretending to be my long lost brother, and I'm bringing someone with me who might scupper that. I don't know.
So what you're telling me is that you are arriving at this party, which is a normal thing for a normal person to do, and you're doing it undercover. So in order to protect yourself further, I would say that's the opposite of bold or daring.
Okay, great. Phew. I'm always like negatives, and you're like positives, and I'm like, okay, positives.
Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors?
I mean, the dice will tell me otherwise. I can't foresee anything unless you're going to put me on a horse or there's going to be a river between me and Dabadasha, but sure.
No, I think you're right. Like, it's a pretty straightforward idea. Get into place, get person alone, threaten them or kill them. That's pretty straightforward.
ABC. Yeah, absolutely.
ABC. Does your plan expose a particular vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
No, I'm going to their bloomin' house, their strongest point. So,
Gotcha. Is this target strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special preparations? I'm not going to tell you the answer to that.
No, I didn't think you would.
Nope. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got Jacques.
I was going to say Jacques.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Are there any enemies or rivals interfering in the operation? You have specifically invited your sister, who is mechanically your rival.
My rival.
So, yeah. Are there any other elements you want to consider? That's more directed towards me.
Yeah.
Unless you have anything that you want to call out.
I mean, we had that interaction with the gang of ne'er-do-wells.
That's true.
And so they're looking out for necromancers. Now, I don't suspect they're at the party, but I am aware that people are on the lookout for people who are investigating this, and because of this, my connection with that. So that's the only thing I can think of, like, context-wise, is that if I go to people going, hello, I'd like to learn necromancy, people go, that doesn't sound... It's like, hello, fellow children, is that kind of vibe, So I don't think... So that's the only thing I can think of. I don't know how directly that will have on this plan or this particular scenario, but that's the only thing I could think of.
Gotcha. I think we can leave that as is.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll some amount of dice.
Oh, this is so stressful.
And we'll see how good this starts.
Oh.
All right.
I mean, Syrah is fully confident. Fiona, who's playing Syrah, is absolutely bricking it.
All right. Liam Dabadasha, the haberdasher. He is a fancy man around town. people like him, or at least they like his parties. His property is sprawling. His tastes are not refined. He sold his old, beloved home in order to move to a hipper neighborhood in Cirque, and although he has, strangely, deigned to leave the adjacent pre-loss cemetery alone, he has otherwise been slowly stripping out the charm of his new home and replacing it with whatever best showcases his wealth. You find yourself in a large, heavily decorated room. Think Rococo, but everything that it could be whitewashed, anything that could just be of the worst material to keep clean is that.
Gosh.
There are people lounging everywhere. They're on these like long sofas, very plush sofas. There are folks walking around, a couple of servants, the servant at each doorway, holding a tray of drinks. There are high ceilings, and you can hear the sound, this low humming breeze coming from these strange vents in the walls. You have arrived. You don't see Liam Dabadasha. You have not seen him since you have been here. No one has questioned your presence. No. You are, after all, a fairly well-to-do person, and this is a place where the well-to-do like to come and lounge. This is not a party that is being held for an event or a festival or a birthday or anything like that. This is a party that is being held because people like parties. People like to come to the home of a rich person and drink their drink and eat their food and rest on their plush couches in the soft breeze of the air that is rotating through the home. What are you doing?
I have the smallest of questions, which I think obviously Syrah would know. Do I actually know what Liam Dabadasha looks like? So I don't think
That's a funny question.
I don't think I do. I think I went to the to his shop expecting to meet him, and then obviously he wasn't there, and obviously I was very flustered. And now I've obviously come to his home as I have planned, and now I'm like,
I would say that you've had a lot of opportunity to do this, to know what he looks like. But whether or not you have specifically done it, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I would like you to roll me a fortune roll just to see if you've gathered this information in the past. One die.
Okay.
One die.
All right.
Because you could have found this out prior.
This is the thing. I feel like Syrah would have, but I think because of the flustering stuff from the haberdashery itself, I might have just been like, no, I will know them when I see them, that kind of vibe. But yeah.
Gotcha. Right. Yeah. If you get a 6, then you know exactly who they are. 1 to 3, you don't.
Okay, well, it's a mixed success. It's a 5. I got a 5 to 1 off from the thing, so.
You know that they are tall. You know that they are male presenting. You know that they have a proclivity towards fine dress, especially fine hats. Beyond that, you are not really sure.
Okay.
That eliminates a large percentage of the room.
Yes.
Like roughly half of the room is female presenting. There's a fair number of people that are a little bit too short to be. This room does skew taller, right?
Right.
But it does. But yeah. And as far as hats, people are coming. They're not going to come to Liam Dabadasha's party not wearing fine hats. You would guess, looking around the room, that most people here are wearing at least one piece made by Liam Dabadasha.
Yes, that's what I suspected as well. Because whilst the actual haberdasher might not wear his own hats, there'll be some of his work. Okay, great. That helps me a little bit. Yeah, easily I could have flashed back and stuff, but I'm just like, darn it. Okay. Yes, I think Syrah is wearing his finest of clothes as well. Very much gilded buttons. Everything's embroidered. There's definitely the Duskstone crest in some way, and he can make anything up about Guff. No one else knows about them. So I think, he's still bald and all that sort of thing, but definitely has like an earring, like a long dangly earring down, which he knows that Guff would absolutely hate. Saunters in. I think I've described it before, the way that Syrah walks in. It's almost like as if he's on casters himself. So he's a big guy, rolling around a little bit, like the way he moves. And he basically, what he will do for the first part, he will see these ladies, at least, and he will go over and introduce himself as Guff Duskstone, and he will preen and prim over them, fawn over them. If one of them looks a little bit hot, he goes, "Please have my fan," and it's like, it's just, always just like, he goes, "Oh, let me get you a sherry," and like, it's doing everything gentlemanly to basically fit in a little bit while sort of having a look around and seeing if there's anyone that's standing aloof. It's the butterfly effect. He's there for 5 minutes. He goes, I see someone, may I? And he goes, "Oh, darling." And they're like, "Who's this guy?" And he's like, "Oh," and it's just, "I saw a wonderful concert of yours." And, and then, "Oh, sorry, that is a mistake, but you look just like this famous musician." And just
so kind.
Yes, and do you play? And just like over and over, that sort of, jumping from group to group. I appreciate it's more like gathering information, but it's just basically fitting himself into these people and their mindset and what they are thinking about the soiree. If there's anything specific about it that they're excited for, is there any gossip perhaps about Dabadasha?
Oh, okay. Read to me exactly that one ability you have. You know the one I'm talking.
I see right through you? Or
yes.
Okay, so this is one we used last time. You can always tell when charms or illusions are at play, and you can push yourself to permanently see through one. Also, when you're in the same room as someone, you can always tell what thing in the immediate area is the most important to them. Ooh, yeah, if I can use that would be helpful to see what the ladies are looking for or what they're thinking about.
So with that in mind, I'm not going to ask you to roll right now for getting some information about this general group.
Yes.
You pick up 3 basic things.
Okay.
I'll say 4. There are people in this room for whom the most important thing is just luxuriating right now. They want to like find drama. They want to get a kiss from someone. They want to drink some fine wine. Like, that's what they're in the mood for right now. There's also people in this room who are so ready to see the artwork that Liam Dabadasha is going to be selling at an upcoming auction. He supposedly has some really nice pre-loss artwork somewhere in here, and they are just like, we gotta see this. I want to know what I'm gonna be buying, that sort of thing. The other, I said 4 things, but I can only remember 3 right now.
That's fine.
The third thing is you can tell when you walked over to one of these groups, you could tell that there were illusions at play. One of the people in this group seemed to have some sort of illusion on them. Do you notice something gave it away to you? What inconsistency or flaw in this illusion caught your eye?
Oh, I think it is. I'm going to say it's something to do with the mouth. So when they're talking, the words come out a fraction of a second earlier before the mouth moves. Or terrible dubbing sort of thing. And it's only very slight. And maybe this person masks a little bit with the fan or turns away, but Syrah sees it. He's always looking at words and looking at what people are saying.
Yeah.
And I think he just noticed this little flicker. Just the bad dubbing, essentially.
Yeah, it is actually, she is holding a sort of paddle fan that she's waving in front of her face. She's got long black hair that is going down to her shoulders. It's very wavy and curly, and she has a very small nose, slightly pointed ears. She's tall, Similar description to how I described Liam earlier, where she's just very well dressed. Yeah.
Nice. Interesting.
But you can just tell there's something off about her.
Definitely. I maybe linger with this group a little bit more, being aware that this is possibly the first clue I've had. I've done the sort of pleasantries and stuff. And what I'm going to try and do, I can see this person, I'm going to be like, yes, my family, the Duststones, well, we've had quite a to-do. Recently, one of my siblings passed away. You wouldn't know them. Syrah Duskstone. My sister was supposed to accompany me here tonight, and she gets quite over to-do. She thinks, well, we look quite similar. So I just wanted to warn people, like she might refer to me as Syrah when, the grief. You understand? I get the fan out, and I found myself in terrible circumstances.
What are you trying to get out of this information?
Specifically,
thing?
I'm working on what was happening before, and people are loving a little bit of gossip, a little bit of drama. I'm seeding that in a little bit, and like to be like, oh, the Duststones. There's been if there's been a passing in the family, and I've gone around and talked about how much money we have and how we're really interested in this sort of thing. Maybe this is an opportunity for people to cozy on up with the Duststones, because their client base, they know that people have been around recently with the hounds and all that sort of thing. Maybe it's an opportunity to get in bed with them. So that I would start off by saying, oh, terrible bereavement in the family. It's such a shame as Syrah passed away.
Well, that is truly a shame.
Yes.
The woman with the paddle says, terrible shame when something happens to someone from such a beloved family.
That is so kind of you, my dear. Apologies, I didn't catch your name.
No, you did not.
Oh, a shy flower. How marvelous. Well, I will not pry any further. I appreciate a lady's privacy. But please, you have been to a soiree or two. Any things I should avoid? Any top tips?
Well, all I'd say is that don't go catching an eye at any of those pieces that I want.
Ah,
understand?
I see. Oh, you're here for the pieces, the artwork. How fascinating. Are you? May I gather a recent collector, or something that your father or an older brother would do?
Do not bother asking her about these things. She will never reveal anything. I've been trying to get the word out of her, but she's just talking all around it.
Oh, that is so rude, sir. The person next to her just seems very, very annoyed by everybody in the room. I hate this. And he goes and sits down on a table he goes and sits down at a chair, grabs a drink, and just kicks it back.
Oh. I sort of see this, and I go back to the lady with the paddle fan, and I'm like, apologies, I didn't mean to seem overly rude, but it seems this gentleman here is sucking out all the air of the room. But
definitely,
I love the fact that folks have passions and hobbies. I've recently come back to sort with the house and the affairs and such. Oh, tell me. The artwork, what catches your eye about such pieces, such history?
I would like you to roll me a sway to just sort of see where you guys are right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to. It's weird. I'm almost doing like a negging thing. I've I've said oh, she couldn't possibly. It's like her an older brother, because I'm trying to rile her up. It doesn't really matter about the information, but the fact she's not giving me her name, I'm like, I'm gonna press some buttons and see what happens. So yeah, okay. A sway, I've got 2d6 in. I don't need to do anything else. I think we'll see what happens. That's a 1 and a 3, so does not happen.
A 1 and a 3.
Yeah.
How do I want to resolve that? So she has a look on her face of just kind of like this old man talking to me.
Yeah, 100%.
She's really starting to lose her interest, and she just kind of waves the fan in front of her face, and her mouth just moves moments after she says, "Well, I'm sorry. I think I see a friend over there. I'm gonna go say hello." And she walks off just in a random direction.
I sort of see that, and I'm like, clock it for later. Interesting. Yeah, I'll keep it. I will go and be butterfly-esque. But yeah, I'll always try and be in the same room as her. If she moves to a different room, I will soon follow. I don't want to lose sight of her. Because she's got a connection to these art pieces. This will definitely, again, where there's the art, Liam Dabadasha certainly will be there. So this is almost a ticket into that a little bit. I see that.
Gotcha. I would say, so if you're trying to follow this person and kind of get a vibe of where they're heading.
Yes, yeah, I'm going to say, yeah, follow them whilst preening around. So yeah, I would definitely follow them.
So I would say this may be a sneak.
Sure. Let's do that. I've got a 1 in sneak. Could I push myself?
Yes, you could. Take 2 stress and you get an extra die.
All right. Yeah, I think how this manifests is that I am talking to people, but then I'll stop mid-sentence and I get quite flustered because they've disappeared off, and I'm like, terribly sorry. And then I will just push people out the way. Like, again, it's the mask is slipping slightly.
Yeah.
Okay, so rolling 2d6. Okay, that was a 3 and a 6. Whoa.
A 3 and a 6.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You are able to follow this person. There's no one, she does not seem to clock you.
Great.
All the way until you see her pass from one room, one of these large, very decorated, heavily populated rooms, to another, and then she kind of seems to glance either way, slip into a long hallway. This hallway that you know would probably lead towards maybe the kitchen, maybe some restrooms, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But as you poke your head out, you see that she keeps on going and enters a large room that has some closed doors. She cracks it open, peeks back in your direction, but you pull away.
Yep.
And then you hear the door close down the hallway, and you look back, and she has disappeared into that room.
Okay. Interesting. What do I do? Okay.
Looking around...
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No. You finish off here. I've got an idea, but go for it.
I was just going to describe the scene a little bit.
Perfect.
Looking down the hallway, like I said, there's large doors that are opening into these that you have come to realize are opening into these plush sitting areas, lounging areas, and then these smaller doors that are going to more run-of-the-mill functions of the home. More of the kitchen and maybe a stairwell, that sort of thing. But there's also large windows that are letting in the waning light of dusk. And yeah, that's what you see.
Okay. Time for bold move time.
Okay.
I sort of go, bring myself up to my full height, and I will march past the door into the kitchen.
Oh, yay. Okay.
I'll open the door, and presumably I see various cooks and sous chefs and all that sort of thing, and they're all sort of like that kind of get. I assume canapes and stuff. It's small food and small bites, and obviously they all.
And you notice there's no actual cooking happening right now.
No.
It's all just sort of people keeping stuff warm on the stove, and then putting things onto trays and carrying it out. But it's very relaxed. This is, again, not like a big festival or something.
No.
It's just those little canapes, just those little treats.
I obviously use my full sort of bulk to go through the door, and everyone obviously looks up, and I sort of clap my hands, and I say, where is the cake? Liam Dabadasha demands the cake right now.
Roll me a command.
Oh man, that's the one I don't have.
Do you want to push yourself?
Oh, I'm gonna. I need.
Okay.
I'm gonna at least try and push myself. So I don't take the lowest. So didn't have any dots in it. Now push myself. I'll take.
Can I
2.
ask you right before you roll? In an ideal scenario, what do you want happening right now?
I want to cause confusion and chaos so that there's more.
You can do
hubbub.
what you want in the space.
Yes, exactly. So.
Gotcha.
So yeah, maybe I can snag some keys or something like that. Just basically enough hubbub so that I'm guessing we're close to the kitchen, that room that she went in. That then she might have to come out because I don't want to go in by myself if she's just the only person there. I want to create a hubbub and that people
Gotcha.
all that sort of thing. So if anything, I'm sort of like, where is the cake? The most important night of the night with the pre-lost pieces, and we do not have the cake ready. That sort of thing.
Excellent.
Oh my goodness. All right. Big bold choices. So 2 stress then to.
Yep.
Oh Lord. I started a session with no stress. It's gone straight up to 4, but Fiona has a lot more in her boxes.
Classic party.
Yeah. All right. Rolling 1 die.
Okay.
Okay. It's a 2.
Oh. Okay. So I didn't say this earlier, but in my mind, this was a controlled scenario.
Okay.
It's not like you were going to suddenly get kicked out of this place for this interaction or anything like that. I'm going to say, like, what is happening here is your position has gotten worse.
Yeah,
people think that you're just, like, coming in messing with people for no reason. Sorry, sir, there's no cake. And if you could just make your way out, maybe drink a little bit less, okay?
Unbelievable. I will report to the head on this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I scoot around and I'm like, curses. All right, kitchen's off limits. That's fine.
I'm gonna say also, a unknown clock just ticked up.
No.
I'm gonna say that ticked up by 2 out of 6.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Cool, calm, collected Syrah. Anxious Fiona. Okay. All right, so I leave.
I'll tell you this. It's attention. Like, getting attention on you from someone.
Yeah.
Or something.
Cool. And the fact you're not telling me how many segments of this clock makes me very anxious as Fiona. But that's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So I've come out.
Yeah, you get kind of like shoved out, physically pushed out of this kitchen. You can push back against that if you want, but just know that if you try to continue this particular line, it's going to cause problems.
No. If it fails. I feel that.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I'm like, okay. Plan A did not work, but that's all right. Syrah Duskstone always has 3 plans in effect. Let's go to plan B. I'm going to try. People have taken, like, cloaks and hats off. There must be a cloakroom nearby, right?
Yes. When I mentioned earlier, there were those doorways, some of which were these large ornate doors, and these other ones that seemed more practical parts of the house. One of those practical parts of the house, that door is just left open. It is a large coat room.
Okay. I'm going to go in there. I want to find what I believe is the finest piece of work by Liam Dabadasha in there.
Ooh, okay. Oh, that's fun. Are you doing this as like a sort of disguise? What is the thought process here?
So I'm going to tell you. And this is, I think, when we talked about it before, about like what levels would we go to in terms of like, is Syrah a violent person? And I think no, he's not outwardly physical enough to raise a sword or anything like that. But he's not past breaking stuff. And I think he's going to try and break the hat in such a way, and then go into the ballroom going like, I'm so terribly sorry. I just saw and described the person that went in and said, I believe they've I think they've done some damage to the hat. So maybe not even just that one hat, a couple of hats, but basically the nicest one.
Fun. Okay, so this is not, I think based on what you're trying to do right now, I'm not going to have you use gear, which is what I was thinking.
Sure.
How I was going to check this off.
Sure.
That said, we did forget to do something at the beginning of this mission.
Oh, it would be a normal loadout.
Normal loadout of gear?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going
to
do belts.
Listeners, when you start a mission, you have either a normal loadout of gear, which is 4 items, or a heavy loadout of gear, which is 7 items. That basically means that at any point during the this mission, if Fiona wants Syrah to have an object, as long as it is something that is on the list on the character sheet, she can say, yes, Syrah had this. Yeah. Syrah brought this on this mission. Mm-hmm. So what I was going to do is be like, oh, well, we'll check this off as like disguise, as which is one of the objects from the gear list.
I see that, yeah. No.
But since you're kind of like wrecking a bunch of stuff, that's the goal. Argue what role this should be.
Argue? Okay.
Yeah, tell me what you want this to be, and tell me why I should give it to you.
Just give it to me. Well, like I said, it's not like a fit of rage or anything like that, and just punching and ripping stuff. It's very obvious, like breaking of stuff. So, say for example, one of the hats has, I'm thinking like like one of those ships in a bottle type thing. Yeah. I think I would take the bottle off and shake it until the ship is like in disarray, and then put back on. There's like maybe one that's got feathers on it, and I break 2 of the feathers off. It's very delicate little bits and pieces, and maybe 1 or 2 of them I do like tear the fabric. If it's a top hat, maybe I do boot it, so it's like a lid instead of a So it's stuff like that. And it's essentially enough to damage priceless artwork. Like, it's still mendable, but it's not like a full-on like rip to shreds. And certainly I would leave any cloaks or any purses or anything like that, any wealth of it. It's clearly been an act against Liam Dabadasha's hats specifically.
So let me tell you, it sounds like this is either going to be Tinker or Command.
Okay.
And I want to ask you, are you prioritizing commanding people to get up into a frenzy, or tinkering so that you will be able to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish before anyone specifically catches you in the act?
I'm going to say Tinker.
Okay.
Just because I just tried Command and that went poorly. And I think Syrah's the person that goes, plan B, tinkering. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking for that. I mean, I still don't have a point in it. It doesn't matter. But
I'm gonna say that this is a desperate scenario.
Oh no, don't say that.
Because you're trying to specifically damage a bunch of stuff to cause like confusion, and if you were caught, it would be very bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take a point of gumption for when I roll that thing, so that's...
Yes, you will, because it's desperate.
Phew. Let me make a note of that now, because I need that later. Okay, I'm going to pose something to you.
Yes.
Could I flash back...
Oh, okay.
...to just as we arrive at the party, and me telling Jacques to make a head start on the hats. And so he does a lot of the work, and then I come in and help at the end finish up, essentially. Happy to take that stress. But essentially just, I need a head start on this in case it goes poorly. So, if I'm able to flash back and tell Jacques, see to the hats. And,
yes.
We'll use that for when plan B comes up. No doubt it will.
Yes. All right, cool. I will give you an extra die, and only cost, that flashback will only cost 1 stress, I would say.
You're so generous. Okay, I mean, it's still only 1, so I still want to keep pushing myself, because I feel like I've pushed myself so much already. Okay. All right, actually, you know what? I'm going to change dice. These dice, they didn't trust me. I need to get the pink ones out. All right. It's a 6.
Oh, yes. Okay, good. You step in, and as you step in, you see just every piece of clothing that was, all the hats have just been devastated in this room. It looks rough, and there is, as you are looking in and realizing like, oh, I'm not gonna have to help with this at all, you just hear a and look down the hall and a quick nod, and then Jacques disappears into another room.
So yeah, surveying this devastation, I sort of take a moment, get my fan out, and I go, okay, showtime. And then I'm gonna go to the closest sort of drawing room, reading room, and I go, gasp! Something frightful has happened in the cloakroom. I believe somebody has had their way with our hats and bonnets. Oh.
There is a so I'm not going to make you roll again for this because you just had to roll. You just had to do the roll for the tinker. Yeah. It is a slow sort of build as people realize what's going on and like look and start to get the attention of people that have thrown the thing, and suddenly the whole all of this room and even the room next to it have started to flood into that hallway. Pushing themselves up against that door, trying to see if their stuff has been messed up and destroyed. The full attention is in this location right now.
Amazing.
What are you going to do to take advantage of that?
Oh, we must send for somebody, maybe the local law enforcement, and I just slowly back away a little bit, and I'm like, okay, great, and then I'm like, well, I guess it's time for plan C. And then I will just go up to that door where the lady with the paddle fan went, and I'm like, I'll take a moment and I'll just open the door as if it's about to repeat that same thing. It's like, there's been a terrible accident, as I open the door to go straight through and see.
Excellent. Do you close it behind you? What are you like?
No, I go straight in. I try and do a couple of other doors. I'm like, quick, someone help! There might have been a fire. Oh, you've lost so much. Oh, proper hamming it up, recounting, family, winterful plays that we put on, all that sort of thing, and me being the one end of the donkey, all that sort of thing, and so I'll open the door as if to sort of proudly proclaim, but I'm not shutting it after me. I want to see what's in the room.
As you step into this room, you see in front of you there are sculptures, there are tapestries hanging on the wall, there are wooden carvings, there are jewelry, paintings, all sorts of different objects scattered around this space. Some of them are on trays, some of them are just on the ground. Most of them have a cloth protecting them, something like that, protecting them from the floor, that sort of thing. And as you step in, you hear the door slam shut behind you, and you turn and look at that woman from before.
I don't know what you are playing at, but you are about to get us in much trouble. If you could just keep your voice down.
My dear, there's been some quite troubling things. I think a robbery might be happening here. There's somebody has gone through the hats, and clearly from the precious things. I had to alert folks. If Mr. Dabadasha doesn't know, well, someone's infiltrating this little soiree.
Oh, someone's infiltrating this little soiree, Guff. Duskstone. Sure, somebody's doing that.
I do not like your tone, young lady.
I don't like a lot of things about you, but here we are, blood.
What is it that you are looking for, my dear? Maybe we can help each other out.
What I'm looking for is whatever...
Roll me a sway.
Damn it, almost.
You almost caught me. That was real good.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
That was really good. You really almost got me on that.
It's what happens when two GMs talk to each other. It's like, I don't have to do a monologue by myself. Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right, 2 in sway. 5 and a 6.
5 and a 6. Okay. So 6 is the top.
Yeah.
What I am looking for is the artist mark of whoever made these wonderful forgeries.
Gasp. Forgeries?
Why, yes, Guff Duskstone, they're forgeries. I would think that you would have figured that out by now if you're all the way here.
Please.
Then again, you've never been the brightest, Bulb. Bulb? Never been the brightest, relevant analogy that would make sense in this context.
My dear, you trifle me with words I do not understand.
Very good.
Okay, you've been honest with me. I will be honest with you, my dear.
Mm-hmm.
I would like a one-on-one meeting with Mr. Dabadasha. No, that's not his name. Hang on. I would very much like a one-on-one meeting with Dabadasha. I have business to conduct with him, and yet he has been quite elusive.
Yeah, I would very much not like a one-on-one meeting with Mr. Dabadasha. Mm-hmm. All right? That's what I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to avoid the attention of him and his so that I can get the information I would want from here and make my way out, all right?
Of course, my dear. Maybe I can help you, and if you help me, tell me.
Mm-hmm.
There must be something you've picked up. If you know these are forgeries, any entrances, any secrets, any rooms. I can help you pick out which one of these is the artist mark. I can tell you a bit more information about them.
I feel like this calls for another sway.
It's understandable.
So you're trying to get a little bit of quid pro quo.
Exactly that. Yeah. I'm trying to get her on side. If we're not, at least friends, associates with the same interests.
Yeah.
All right. 2.
This is still like a not. This is not a desperate situation.
No.
Yeah.
1 and a 4, so mixed.
1 and a 4.
Yeah, not good.
So 4 is the higher. So mixed result.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Well, I suppose it doesn't directly hurt me to give a little bit of advice here or there. I don't know any secret entrances or anything like that, but what I can say is that Liam Dabadasha has a little bit more muscle here than suits his station, if you know what I mean. And you might want to avoid getting any more attention on yourself if you want to make it out of here alive. And if I'm going to make it out of here alive, then I need you, while you're within 20 feet of me, to be relaxed, all right?
Oh. I think as the youth say, chill, babe. And yeah, I'll have a look over this room. And I'm going to use the same thing again, I see right through you. And I want to see if there's any, like, again, not necessarily using it for illusions or charms or anything like that, but if I can tell what this, she said she's looking for an artist mark of these forgeries. Was that what she was looking for?
Yeah, she said that she was looking for some sign of who has been forging this stuff.
Right.
She's telling you she believes that these works are forgeries, and she wants to know who is making the forgeries.
Right. Okay. I mean, I will still take a look through the artworks if she's specifically talking about artworks and not the jewelry or the sculptures or something like that. And then I will sort of cast around to see if I notice anything on the ground, anything that's been like pulled here, maybe a shoe print or something like that. Again, little bits of information if. It's fresh mud, so they might have come in from outside or something like that. You know, that sort of if there's been a big swap, essentially. But yeah, I'd like to use the I see right for you to see, like, if there's anything I could pick up from the paintings themselves to give a little bit of to show that I'm willing to help.
Yes. I know I had you read this out to me earlier, but could you read to me the exact language of that again?
Of course I will. So, I see right through you. You can always tell when charms or illusions are at play, and you can push yourself to permanently see through one. Also, when you are in the same room as a person, you can always tell what thing in the immediate area is the most important to them. So that's the exact language of it. I'm trying to twist it a little bit because I'm trying to see if I can see. You know what? How about this?
Yes.
Let's look for security measures. Let's look for laser-esque type things, any bells, any trips that, if they were looking too hard at something was taken out, then that would be helpful in this circumstance. For at least for her, again, showing some information. So yeah, I'm looking for security measures, perhaps.
Gotcha. So with your ability, using that to try to find security measures in here doesn't actually pan out. There's no illusions or charms that seem to be, relevant.
Interesting.
To that.
Okay.
Other than the illusion on her.
Yeah.
Which we've discussed earlier.
Yeah.
As for detecting any sort of security measures in here, I would say that would be a study.
Oh, okay. Yes. I can do that. That's a 2d6 again. So, fingers crossed. 2 and a 3, unfortunately.
A 2 and a 3. You don't notice any sort of security measures of any sort, any sort of lasers, any sort of portcullis that would drop down or anything like that. Except you do notice in the center of the room. How do I phrase? I know what I want mechanically. I'm just needing to phrase what it would mean in universe.
Right.
What it would be in universe.
Yeah, welcome to me and lasers.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let me ask you, what sort of alarm do you trip?
Okay. What kind of alarm do I trip? I suspect, as I'm sort of wandering around, I've described myself as a bit of a broad shouldered, bulk of a person, and wearing long robes. That I just trip over a tripwire that's meant for you not to be so close to something, and as it pulls, it's actually connected to the house system of bells. And
yes.
So I fall flat on my face, but all the bells go off.
So yeah, there is a tripwire that has been attached to a servant bell.
Yes.
That's on the side of the wall, and when you trip over that, it starts ringing, and it hits this sort of this mechanism that spins and pulls the thing over and over again, gets it continuously ringing. And as that happens, the woman, she rushes over and she just sort of smashes it, grabs a book off of a table and just smashes the mechanism.
I cannot believe that this is what I have to work with today. All right, we need to get out of here, all right?
Okay.
And I'm just marking that clock up another 2 seconds.
Cries inside. Yeah, I lay on the ground maybe a moment too longer. I'm not hurt or anything, my ego is bruised. So I go, and I, lift myself up. Tell me, have any thoughts of where Mr. Dabadasha would have clients? Perhaps that is where you need to look for your evidence of forgery, rather than poking around in this part.
Well, I have not seen him around in any of the lounge areas. So unless we're going to go up, we have 2 options, all right? We can either go up to his living space upstairs, bedroom and all that sort of thing, or we can go check out that cemetery out back, or maybe go down to a wine cellar. I don't know. Regardless, I'm not staying here any longer, all right?
All right. Well, so be it. Enjoy your stay. And by the way, my dear, and I point to my mouth, you might want to get that checked.
Oh,
what I will do, however she leaves, I'll give it a moment or two. And then I will also leave via the door. And presumably there's still a little bit of hubbub and stuff like that.
There's still very much hubbub.
Sure. I go, Plan D. And I see the rug in front of me in this long corridor. And I'm just gonna scuff over it and then pratfall again and be like, oh, my ankle. Oh, I need medical assistance. Like.
Oh, beautiful.
But in front of everyone, and try and make it look as bad as possible. Because again, I'm aware of, I'm a big person, but I'm very aware that I can make sure I don't hurt myself. But I've already fallen over, and I can feel my ankle twinge a little bit, and I'm like, we'll improvise. And yeah, I will pretend to fall over and hold my ankle as I sort of roll over. Oh, the pain! I think it's broken. Oh, assistance, please! Oh.
Roll me another. I think this is a sway in this situation. You're just trying to. I assume you're trying to convince people that you're hurt. You're not actually trying to get help at this moment.
I think, yeah, I'm trying to create a hubbub, and basically my big aim is for a servant or two to try and take me up to his living quarters. Because away somewhere where I might be seen to. Again, I'm just trying to cause as little bit of chaos as much as possible. Yeah.
Command will probably get you a better result if you ask somebody to take you, but sway would be a safer thing. If you do command,
I think, tell you what, I'll take command. I don't have any dots in it, but I will push myself, because I literally pushed myself onto the ground, and it's stressful. Like I said, I've got big robes on. There's a little bit of sweat patches coming up underneath. I hate acting. I'm having to do all these bits and pieces. So I will, if that's okay with you, I will push myself so I at least have one die. I know I can roll 2 and take the lower, but I've been rolling so poorly. I need to get upstairs. That's my plan. Okay. Oh. That stress tracker has gone all the way up, nearly all the way up, by the way. Yeah, we've got 2 left on the tracker, and I'm just there like, oh god. All right.
I'm gonna say this is a desperate situation, because if this doesn't work, you're going to have to pretend that you're still injured.
Yep. Well, it's a 2, so yeah, I'm gonna pretend.
Beautiful. Okay, well, take a gumption for that. I
will.
The fact that it's desperate.
Yeah. Well, now I have a technical question for you. I have 4 gumption just now.
Yes.
So I would erase it, and then would I erase 3 stress at the same time?
That is correct.
Oh.
Once you've maxed out your gumption, you get to recover 3 stress.
Okay. I will do that immediately, because I feel like I was like, oh, the stress level, and then I go, it's acting, Syrah. Your ankle isn't broken, but just you have to feel it. Remember what Mama said. She says, you are the donkey. Brain,
Oh, that's amazing. So you rolled a 2, is that correct?
A 2, yes.
A woman from the kitchen walks out and sort of lifts you up. She's very large, muscular arms. She picks you up, and another woman with short cropped hair walks over and gets under your other arm, and they just sort of start get under your shoulders, lift you up, and start walking you along.
I think I've bruised a rib.
Yeah, sure looks like it.
Oh.
And as you're getting moved away, you realize that you're not going where you intended.
Damn it.
And I think that's where we're going to end for today.
I will get upstairs. I will get there. I've broken hats. I've tripped a wire. And I've almost not hurt my ankle. Hooray!
Hooray!
Forge the Dark Games! Forge the Dark Games!
Excellent.
Exactly how I planned it. Plan D always works.
Well, thank you so much for coming on today, Fiona.
Yeah.
And thanks everybody here for listening. If you've been having a good time, then tell your friends about this show. Go check out other shows that are made by Fiona, such as the DM's Book Club, or What Am I Rolling? Those sorts of things. Other new shows that I don't even know the names of, probably.
Soon.
But yes, thank you again for coming on. Do you have anything you would like to share with the audience before we wrap things up?
Sure. Obviously, I've already given my film reviews, so I won't endure. I won't force any more on you. I want to give a big shout out to the RP Geeks. One of the other things that I do, it's a nerdy TTRPG show where we do lots of different RPGs, but also do nerdy facts. Sort of unique thing is that we'll play a series of a game. Well, at time of recording, but who knows when this is coming out, we were doing our own Blades in the Dark. But what we try and do, Forge in the Dark games. But what we try and do is that in every episode, we try and do like a lore drop, something that's interested us about the game, that's inspired by the game, and we talk about it. We've talked about, what did I talk about? I talked about at the beginning, I talked about bodies. So like the idea of like, there is I will not get his name right for the life of me. There's a guy called Gunther. He's a mortician in Germany. In the 1970s, he's developed a way to preserve the body after death using a technique called plastination. And so he has this exhibition called Body Works that goes around the world where you can see the insides of donated human bodies.
Whoa.
And so it was like talking about that and that sort of process. And again, your mileage may vary. If you wish to look it up, just be careful not to do it on a work laptop. But what I found was interesting was that he's the director, the creative director of this exhibition, that even when he passes away, his wish is to be part of the exhibit. He wants to be the person that welcomes you in, almost like a very scary Willy Wonka type style, all cut up and stuff like that. But yeah, we've done other things. We've got like a Kids on Bikes game coming out, which is set in Victorian London. We're going to be talking about pigeons and any sort of weird lore drop. We've done stuff on like reality TV shows, all kinds of things where it's just like something that's interested us as nerds, and we've just gone like a little deep dive in between each episode, and during the break of each sort of episode. But come and come check us out at RP Geeks D&D. All over the internet, and we've just passed 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is quite fun. And we also play Blood on the Clock Tower, which is a social deduction game where we like to murder our friends, but we do it nicely and also a bit more performity. Come check out the RP Geeks. We'd love to have you there.
Awesome. And I don't have anything special to share today, so I think that we're just going to take that and pitter-patter on out of here.
Pitter-patter.
All right.
Hey.
Thank you to the Joy Drops for the use of Not Drunk as our intro and outro music. Thanks to all of our guests, and thanks to you for listening. You can find us and say hi over at sidecharacterquest.com or by checking out our show notes for more links and information. If you're enjoying the show, drop a rating or review wherever you listen to podcasts, and we'll see you around. Bye!
Oh, hey! Do you want to find out more about tabletop role-playing games, but not too sure where to start? Do you want to play a lot of different systems, but don't have time to try them all? Do you just wish someone would summarize what the main game mechanics are so you can follow along more easily? Well, you're in luck. Check out What Am I Rolling? A twice-monthly RPG one-shot podcast, hosted by me, Fiona. I like exploring different RPG systems, rule sets, and the stories they create. I also like talking to game designers about how to run their games. So, come check it out. We would love to have you. The What Am I Rolling podcast, available wherever you listen to podcasts. Part of the One Shot Podcast Network.
Well, they're not going to know that I said that. I'm going to cut that out. All right. So in the, I'm trying to think, in the past on SC, earlier quests of SCQ, I would occasionally have like an opener that wasn't just, this is the show.
Yeah.
But I haven't done that in a long time. And I'm trying to think what would be like a fun little thing to do. Nothing comes to mind, so we'll just go into it and see what happens.
All right. I would not recommend, if you want an opposite one.
Oh yeah.
The new Wolfman film, which they're trying to reboot, like the monsters, Universal monsters and stuff.
Are they still trying that? I thought they had given up.
No, so they had I can't remember the first one they did. It didn't really work, but then they did The Invisible Man, which really did work in a modern context.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were referring to Universal was like doing like a cinematic universe, like MCU style horror thing. But you're referring to that one that's like more. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
sorry,
no. But it kind of like that. Yeah, like the ham horror type things. I can't remember the first film they tried and did, and it was just absolutely dreadful. Nosferatu is not a part of that universe, I will say. But the but the Wolfman one, it has some good ideas, but good God, it was just torturous. You know, it's that sort of thing going like, what about we remade this horror, but also have a theme underneath it? And the theme was being a bad parent. And you're just there going like, okay, I guess. But no, and I will say this, most horror films always have the female lead is either like the final girl or has absolutely nothing to do. And let me tell you, the woman in that film, the lead actress who I really admire, had nothing to do. I really felt for her. Like, she's running around trying to save her small child. I'm just like going like, I'll just leave them. Get out. Like, do anything. Get out of this movie right now. So.
Oh, man. I watched the Wolfman movie from maybe like 2008 or something like that, 2014, something like that.
The one with Anthony Hopkins and Benedicto del Toro. That's great because I
had a great time with that one. I thought that's what you were going to say, and I was like, that's a great
film. And do you know why that's a great film? It's because it has two directors. One of the directors walked out halfway through the film because it didn't like it, brought in someone else. So that's why if you watch halfway through, you're like, God, this is going one way, and then it completely reverses and goes completely the other because they had two directors that went in different directions. Yeah.
That's really interesting because like it does, which I think that kind of worked for the type of movie it was.
Yeah, I thought it was brilliant.
Oh, that's so interesting.
And I would absolutely recommend that film. Like, again, predictable as heck, but Anthony Hopkins is always great. Benedicto, I think that's how he's pronounced him, Benedicto del Toro. He's great. Yeah. I love him and stuff. That was such a really good version of it. And then this modern version, when it's a modern version, it always has to be like, oh, we're modern people. We're moving from the city to the countryside, and we're all there going like,
countryside.
No, we've lived in the countryside. More so Finland's urban city, please.
Well,
what's this guy's name again? Sorry, I did have it in my head.
Liam Dabadasha.
Dabadasha. Yes, I think I've been told I need to eliminate Liam Dabadasha. And because of these great hats and stuff like that, I've made a big thing about me being bold as well. Maybe, again, I don't know if I want to use my reputation. And it's basically me trying to get more work, but also I need to get rid of them somehow, but not violence.
You can hold off on that.
I'm going to hold off on that, yeah.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. We will deal with that when it comes up.
Throwing it away.
I recognize that I was asking you for more details, but also the exact line of what I wanted was unclear. But yeah, you've satisfied everything we need.
Alrighty.
I think the person like right behind this wall in the apartment complex is like doing something.
We can pause for a little bit if that's okay.
No, I doubt it's getting picked up.
Okay, as long as I can't hear it at all. Just making sure that you're not distracted by it, because I appreciate something like that can be quite distracting.
I think I'll be okay, but yeah, I clearly have been distracted a little bit.
No,
but
I would be too.
Walks over and gets under your other arm, and they just sort of start up. We'll have to. How do I want this person to talk? How do I want this person to talk? I had a voice in mind earlier, as like just sort of a generic backup voice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. No, I'm not going to give him a voice right now. I'm going to cut all that.
That's all good. All good.
So they throw you over there, All right.
Hey.
All right, I'm going to stop recording, and then we can do stars and wishes.
Yep, perfect.
Cool.
Nice work. Let me,
Hello, my name is Sam Dunawald, and I'm here to tell you about Dice Exploder, a podcast where each week me and a rotating co-host take one tabletop RPG mechanic, just one mechanic, and break it down as deep as we possibly can. If you love thinking about role-playing games and how they work, this is the show for you. Come listen to me talk with Pam Punzelon about how you can use Devil's Bargains from Blades in the Dark in any game you run. Mikey Ham on the simple joys of exploding dice, or my very own dad on what's kept D&D over the past 30 years. It's an interview show, a review show, a design show, and most of all, the show for anyone who loves these games. Come on down and join us. Find Dice Exploder at diceexploder.com or wherever you get your podcasts.